Fire Force may not always get the recognition it deserves among modern shonen anime, but few series blend explosive action, religious allegory, and cosmic horror as effectively. At the heart of its twisted world is one of anime's most enigmatic and terrifying antagonists, the Evangelist. Little is known about this mysterious figure, but across Fire Force's 3 seasons, they've emerged as a near-omnipotent force whose plans span centuries and whose power defies conventional understanding. A being born from another reality. The Evangelist isn't just another overpowered villain. They're an entity from Adolla, a separate dimension filled with fire, madness, and twisted physics. First appearing in Season 1, Episode 22, the Evangelist has remained largely silent and shrouded in mystery. They speak only through their prophet Haumea, using her painful telepathic link as a conduit to enact their will. Though rarely seen, the Evangelist's influence touches every aspect of the series. Their followers, the White-Clad, serve as their army of zealots, each granted terrifying pyrokinetic powers drawn from adolla. These include Fairy, who manipulates gravity by heating atoms, and Chinesetelevisiondramas, whose ability to freeze time by cooling the universe showcases the absurd scale of power under the Evangelist's command. It's not just a cult, it's a superpowered movement intent on reshaping reality itself, orchestrating the apocalypse across centuries. Unlike typical villains who act out of ambition or impulse, the Evangelist plays the long game. Over 250 years before the current events of Fire Force, they instigated the Great Cataclysm, a global firestorm that nearly wiped out humanity. The goal wasn't just destruction, it was transformation. The Evangelist seeks to merge Earth with Adolla, turning the world into a scorched realm where infernals, the living embodiments of fire and despair, can thrive. Their first attempt failed, but the damage was done. Civilization collapsed, and in the ruins, the Evangelist laid the foundation for the Holy Soul Temple, a religious organization built to manipulate survivors. Through infiltration and subversion, the Evangelist used their agent Yona to assassinate leaders, install false prophets, and promote blind devotion to a false god. Worshippers of Soul unknowingly fed power to the very being determined to end them. Even more chilling is how the Evangelist weaponized hope. By offering humanity structure, energy, and religion, they created an illusion of salvation, one that would only accelerate their destruction. Reality-warping power and mind-bending twists. In Fire Force Season 3's mid-season finale, the scale of the Evangelist's power escalated dramatically. Through protagonist Shinra Kuzukabe's journey with Inca, it's revealed that the world before the Cataclysm resembled our real-world Earth. This revelation implies that Fire Force isn't set in a fantasy universe at all. It may be a post-apocalyptic version of our reality, warped by the Evangelist's plan to remake Earth in Adolla's image. This revelation elevates the Evangelist from a powerful villain to something akin to a cosmic deity. By manipulating space, time, and even memory, they've rewritten the rules of existence. Very few anime antagonists operate on such an overwhelming scale, not just threatening lives, but the fabric of reality itself. The true horror, psychological and social control. While their supernatural abilities are staggering, the Evangelist's most unsettling trait might be their psychological grip on humanity. Even after the truth about the Holy Soul Temple's origins is revealed, many believers continue to worship Soul, illustrating how deeply the Evangelist has embedded their ideology. This unwavering faith, even in the face of destruction, proves how terrifyingly effective their manipulation has been. Unlike villains who dominate through brute force, the Evangelist wins by eroding resistance from within. Their victory seems inevitable not because they fight harder, but because they've already convinced the world to embrace its own demise. Why the Evangelist is one of Shonen's most underrated villains. While anime fans often celebrate flashy antagonists like Madara Uchiha, Aizen, or Sukuna, the Evangelist represents a different kind of threat, an unknowable, godlike figure operating on a cosmic timescale. Their silent influence, long-term planning, and psychological manipulation make them one of the most uniquely terrifying villains in modern anime. With Fire Force's final episodes approaching, fans can expect the Evangelist to step out of the shadows at last. Whether they will succeed in completing their apocalyptic vision remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. The Evangelist is not just a villain to be beaten, but a force of nature that must be understood too.